And welcome to Bloomington, Indiana Memorial Stadium. On Mediacom, it's the Salukis and Indiana Hoosiers, two undefeated ball clubs today. The Salukis coming in with a record of 1-0, and Indiana won the toss and will defer to the second half. And the Salukis, there's a good shot of Jerry Kill. In his sixth season as the Salukis head coach, career record of 84-51, and has completely turned around the Saluki football program. Indiana's head coach, Terry Hepner, had brain surgery earlier this week, so they are going with their associate head coach, Bill Lynch. He is 6-7 in their second year with Terry Hepner at IU. So Bill Lynch will be the head coach today, acting for Terry Hepner. Jerry Kill was out last year, Royal, for a couple of weeks because of some surgery. How does that affect the ball club?
That affects the ball club definitely. Last year when Coach Kill went down, the whole team, I mean, it was very devastating for not just us, but his wife, his two kids, and it's something that you really never want to see in a football game. But I mean, it's something that happens, and you have to pull through and rally up and play a football. Can it work two different ways? Can it fire you up so much that you're overhyped for a ball game and you lose track of what you're doing, and on the other hand, can it be a little bit of a downer because your head coach is not there on the sidelines with you? Yes, it could be two-sided. I mean, you can rally your troops up, and I mean, you can go out there and play a good game and outstanding for your coach, or you can either go out there with that on your mind that your coach is sick, he's not well, and go out there and not perform. We found out yesterday Terry Hepner did have the surgery, is home, might even be at the game today in one of the athletic director's booth or the president's booth, so there's a good chance that he is here today watching, but he is not coaching on the sidelines. That'll be up to Bill Lynch. The Salukis will receive the opening kickoff. And teeing it up for Indiana is number 18, Austin Starr. He is kicking with a pretty good wind at his back, and he has put 3 out of the end zone already this year. And we are just about underway here at Indiana for the Salukis and the Hoosiers. It is a short kick. It's going to be fielded by Whitlock at the 5. Marquis trips up at the 20-yard line. And Southern will start out 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Marquis Whitlock had 134 yards rushing in his first game 2 weeks ago rather. It's been 16 days actually since the Salukis played. Here's the starting lineup. Nick Hill, the quarterback. Marquis Whitlock at the tailback. J.T. Wise also in the backfield. Receivers of Alan Turner and Jay Updegrove. Offensive line, a veteran offensive line. And Braden Jones, the tight end, who's played at this stadium before when he was a freshman at Northwestern University. We'll get the Indiana defensive starters after the first play here from scrimmage. Southern in their I-back, Whitlock in motion. Looks like John Randall on the carry. Gets about 3.5 yards, so right off the bat, the Salukis go with Whitlock and John Randall in the backfield, and Marquis was in a slot. Mike, as an offensive line group, I mean, you'd love to see your running back get at least 4 or 5 yards every play. So if you can do that, I mean, you're pretty good in there with your offensive group.
Randall goes out. J.T. Wise into the game now at fullback, and Southern now with the straight eye. Give it to J.T. Wise. J.T. struggles up to the 29, maybe the 29.5. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Salukis. Let's take a look now at the Indiana Hoosiers on the defensive side of the ball. Brian Ferris, Joe Kramer, Greg Brown, and Kenny Kendall up front. The linebacker crew of Bailey, McClurg, and Johnson. Some fast people in the defensive backfield in Phillips, Tracy Porter, Will Myers, and Austin Thomas. 3rd and short for the Salukis. J.T. Wise is the up back on 3rd and short. Whitlock is short, does not get it, and Southern will have to punt on its first possession.
Mike, if you took a close look, Indiana's linebackers, they penetrated very well and clogged up those holes, and that's just something that you got to, correct on the offensive line.
Here's the replay. There's number 34 in there on the defensive side. That's Joe Kleinsmith. William Patterson. He's a freshman linebacker for Indiana. They have 72 underclassmen on the roster. 49 are freshmen or redshirt freshmen, so a very young team for Indiana. Back to punt for the Salukis. Scott Ravanisi End-over-end punt. It's going to hit and get a Saluki roll inside the 35, roll down to the 33-yard line. So Indiana will take over 1st and 10 from its own 33. Let's take a look at the Hoosiers starting lineup. And they are going to go with Kellen Lewis at quarterback, number 15, and not Powers. It'll be Thigpen at the tailback. James Hardy is also not playing in this football game this afternoon. Wide receivers will be Bailey and Gilmore. O'Neal, Fry, Thomas, Mangiero, Sandberg, and Emerson will be on the line for the Indiana Hoosiers. And it'll be number 15, the redshirt freshman Kellen Lewis, who is the guy you and I thought all along who would be in the starting quarterback position today.
Mike, I definitely think that was a smart choice by their coach Bill Lynch of Indiana, because you don't ever want to let your quarterback go into the game if they're not 100% in Blake Powers.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line is Thigpen. Marcus Thigpen, the talented tailback for Indiana, gets the first carry. Here's the replay. Thigpen gets around the end and then cuts it again to the outside. Good run for a first down, a gain of 11 on the play. Brandon Bruner made the tackle for the Salukis on the boundary. It's 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Lewis, quick, on the quarterback draw. He gets 9. Looks a lot like Appalachian State, doesn't it? Here's the defense for the Salukis. Micah King, Justin Lowe's, Andre Tillman, and Lorenzo Wims in the 3-4 setup underneath. Wheatley Leonard, Brandon Jordan, and Patrick Jordan at the linebackers. Brandon Bruner, Craig Turner, A.J. Wallace, and Marlon Heaston in the defensive backfield for the Salukis. Starting lineups brought to you by Spinoni's Pizza and Pasta House. Spinoni's Pizza and Pasta in Carbondale invites you to enjoy their great Italian specialties. 2nd and short now for the Hoosiers. Quick drop back. Intended for James Bailey, the wideout. Good coverage out there by Craig Turner and Patrick Jordan.
And if you're SIU, that's one thing you want Indiana to do today, is make number 15, Lewis, pass the ball. Because if he gets out in the open, scrambling the ball, that will be a negative for SIU, and you don't want that if you're SIU right now.
Craig Turner with good coverage on James Bailey now. It's 3rd and a long 2 for the Hoosiers. The give to the second man, and he is going to be short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and about a foot for the Hoosiers. Great tackle inside by the line.
That was Whitley Leonard on the tackle, number 34.
Watch Whitley, number 39, get in there and nail the tailback, and it's 4th and about a foot.
Willie Leonard, he's a younger guy. You want to see him do well today, just because this is his first time really getting in there and really playing for the first time at linebacker.
Lewis on the quarterback sneak gets the first down, and Indiana's drive continues. There's a marker down on the play, though.
Face mask, number 20 of the defense.
It's a face mask against the Salukis.
Result of the play is first down.
A 5-yard penalty. It's called on Blake Sims. So regardless, it's a first down. There's the replay. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hoosiers from the Saluki 39-yard line. Opening series for Indiana. Southern went 3 and out on its first possession, just underway here in the first quarter. Lewis back to pass. Here's where he's dangerous. Good tackle out on the sideline by Marlon Heaston. Probably saved another 10 or 15 yards.
Right, I mean, that was very close. Number 99 for SIU, Andre Tillman, he almost had him in the backfield for that tackle and just barely missed the tackle.
And then the cutback against the grain makes Lewis so difficult to bring down, but Marlon Heaston with a good job on the tackle there. It's 2nd and short again, and they've had great success thus far on first down. Second and 1. Gets out of one tackle. Marker down on the field, could have been another face mask. We'll see what the marker does there. The ball carrier was number 22, Demetrius McCray.
And Mike, if SIU wants to be successful today, they've got to wrap up. I mean, that's number one thing today if they want to be successful in defense.
Face mask. Number
There was
99
another
in the
face
defense.
mask.
Be tapped on to the end of the run, half the distance to the goal.
Andre
First
Tillman
down.
caught on that one. And they called that a personal foul, so that's a 15-yarder, goes half the distance to the goal line. And the Hoosiers are knocking at the door now at the 13-yard line, and this is something that Southern didn't need to have happen, was early penalties to keep drives alive and to let Indiana get on the board and get some momentum.
Right. Pass, special teams and penalties will kill you every time. You gotta be strong in there, and you definitely gotta be forceful in there on offense if you're for Indiana right now.
It's 1st and 10. That's Demetrius McCray again. Again, markers down on the field. Lewis used a different snap count that time and might have drawn the Salukis offsides. And it did. Whitley Leonard, I think just there was offsides. And a nice run by the big boy, Demetrius McCray. 5'11" sophomore, just a redshirt freshman though. Kellen Lewis gets the play in from the sideline, and they're going to come and measure to see if it was good enough for the first down. If it's not, they'll likely take the 5-yard penalty. And it is a first down, so they will decline the penalty, take the play, and be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. It's a good shot of the student section for the Indiana Hoosiers. They were expecting a crowd of about 32,000 today. They're far short of that right now. 1st and goal for Indiana. Give it to the first man through, nothing doing for the fullback, Josiah Sears. Good job by the interior line on that play.
Mike, that was definitely a good job by SIU's defense right there. They clogged the middle and didn't allow any pressure up the middle.
So it'll be 2nd and goal now from the 3-yard line. Here's the replay. He actually ran into his own tight end. He ran into Matt O'Neill, who was pulling on the play and trying to get to the center, but Sears beat him there. So that play bogged down before it even started. 2nd down and goal from the 3 for the Hoosiers. In motion, end around, he can walk into the end zone. That's number 2, Marcus Thigpen for the touchdown for Indiana. And on the opening drive, the Hoosiers take it 66 yards and lead the Salukis 6-0 pending the extra point.
Mike, there was a lot of daylight over there on that left-hand side of the Indiana's offense. I'm guessing somebody should have been over there for contain to keep this reverse from coming around and penetrating into the end zone.
There were no defensive backs on that side. Marlon Heaston was playing catch-up for it. Couldn't get there. And Thigpen goes into the end zone for the touchdown. And on to try the extra point is Austin Starr. It is up and it is good. 8:36 remaining in the first quarter. The Hoosiers have jumped on top of the Salukis. It's Indiana 7, Southern Illinois nothing. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Nine victories in 3 years, Coach. Southern Illinois has a 10th best record in Division I football.
You can't accomplish that without good student athletes and a lot of support, Ed. Membership in the SIU Alumni Association is also a great way to support Southern. I am a member, and I am asking all Saluki fans to join. Anyone can join.
That's right, Coach. Membership in the SIU Alumni Association is open to everyone. Join online at SIUalumni.com or call our office today.
World Grand Champion Barbecue is just down the street at 17th Street Bar and Grill on the Hill in Marion. If you love barbecue as much as we do, then 17th Street is the place. Come on in for our famous slow-cooked ribs, barbecue steaks, seafood, chicken, burgers, salads, and homemade desserts. You'll want to try everything. We have catering, too. Want it to go? Just call ahead and we'll have your food ready. Come on in. We're waiting for you.
At 17th Street Bar and Grill, things are really cooking. Hitting
Brought to you by 17th Street Bar and Grill in Marion and Murfreesboro. By your friends at 710 Bookstore, at the game on the strip or online at 710.com. It's also brought to you by Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Today's game also brought to you by Ike Honda. Wherever you go on Route 13, you'll like an Ike. Along with Royal Whitaker, former Saluki linebacking great, I'm Mike Trude. It's 7-0 Indiana. 66-yard drive for the Hoosiers, culminated with a Marcus Thigpen 3-yard touchdown run. And Indiana didn't struggle too much on that drive, Royal. And it's my opinion that a team should always score on its opening drive because they know what they're going to do offensively. They don't, and if they execute, they should do well.
Right. If you're Bill Lynch right now for Indiana, the offensive coordinator, you're very happy right now with what Indiana's doing. They marched the ball downfield. They took care of big plays, and right now they have the advantage.
There's our key at the goal line. There's a block in the back by the Salukis on the return, and they're going to start about their 5-yard line. Penalties are killing the Salukis early in this game.
Right, Mike. I think right now, if you're SIU, you definitely have to talk to your players right now and don't let penalties control this game.
Here it is again. Here's our key getting it on the goal line. Makes a nice spin move, but then has nowhere to go.
Three of the return team. It'll be first down.
So the Salukis will have to start 1st and 10 from their own 6-yard line. They've had 2 drives. They started at the 20 and now at the 6. And field position early in this game is all IU.
Well, I'm looking forward to see Nick Hill right now and see what he does, to see if he can help SIU to rally up and march down the field right now for a score to help them come back.
Archie Whitlock with a little bit of yardage gets maybe a yard and a half. As long as we're talking about our key, let's talk about the keys to the game. They are brought to you by the Bank of Marion, a smile you can bank on, a bank you can count on. Keys to the game, we think, are the running game for the Salukis. If they can't garner a running game, it's going to be very difficult. The IU quarterbacks, we didn't know which one was going to start. It was Kellen Lewis. They both create different problems, but Lewis thus far has been able to do well. And then Indiana playing with Terry Hepner on the sidelines. Not sure how that's going to go. Thus far, they were pretty well fired up. Hill back to pass, gets it to JT Wise. JT struggles up to about the 8-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and a long 3 for the Salukis.
JT Wise, I mean, that's a big body to be catching the ball in the flats like that. So if you can do that, I mean, that's very good for SIU right now. You want him to get the ball in his hands. He's a big guy, and it's very difficult for an Indiana guy to try to take a guy like that down.
Good tackle by Mandela Roberts and also Josh Bailey. Hey, we want to welcome everyone who's watching today's game at the Main Street Carbondale Pigout. Hello to you all. Glad we could bring the game to you this afternoon from Indiana. 3rd and short now for the Salukis. Hill back to pass. Quick out. Incomplete pass. Intended for Justin Allen. Justin thought it was going to be the outside. Nick threw the inside. And the Salukis are 3 and out again and have to punt it to Indiana.
Mike, it's a matter of inches. Right there, I mean, all they needed is a few yards to get the 1st down right there. So it was very unfortunate for them not to complete that pass. And next series, they're going to have to work on their passing game and see if they can go out there and make some changes.
So Indiana is going to get great field position as Ravanisi is in his own end zone. High snap. He gets it off. Not bad. It's going to go just across midfield to the 48-yard line. And with 6:35 left to go in the 1st quarter, let's take a break. It's Indiana 7 and the Salukis nothing.
Fans, it's time to announce the winner of the Tumbleweed touchdown. Hitting the road. It's something the Glodich family has helped customers do since 1946. The family's key to local business success is to work hard, have a good product,
and be fair to people.
Banterra shares that belief. That's why Banterra's been the Glodich's bank for 60 years.
My dad's first bank book.
In fact, when it comes to financing our local businesses, Banterra is #1. Banterra, banking with local style.
710 Bookstore is your one stop for another great season of Saluki athletics. 710 Bookstore is a place for Saluki fans of all ages with a winning selection of sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, banners, bumper stickers, and more. A sea of maroon to choose from, enough to prove you're a #1 fan. 710 Bookstore has been a proud supporter of Saluki athletics for over 35 years and has the latest and officially licensed SIU and printed clothing. With plenty of free parking and convenient hours, 710 Bookstore is your place to load up on your Saluki maroon. At the game, on the strip, or online at 710.com.
Newbold Toyota Scion, the premier sales and service dealership in O'Fallon, Illinois, is moving forward with the area's largest Toyota and Scion inventory. That means you'll find the lowest prices on the all-new Toyota Camry, the tough Toyota Tundra, Highlander, RAV4, and more. Newbold is where people go to save on their next new Toyota or Scion. It's simple. You just save more money at Newbold. Newbold Toyota Scion in O'Fallon, Illinois. Moving forward.
We are back at Indiana. The Hoosiers lead it 7-0. They will take over at their own 48-yard line. The Salukis have run 6 offensive plays in the first quarter. Indiana behind redshirt freshman Kellen Lewis. Scored on its opening drive with a 66-yard possession. Lewis dumps it wide open to the wide receiver. That's Jakeem Gilmore. Coverage broke down, and he gained him about 26 yards on the play.
Mike, it looked like some miscommunication there from the corners and the safeties because there's a lot of space. If you see as the ball's thrown right here, there's a lot of space right here over on the 20-yard line.
Saluki linebacker on the play was Micah King, or the down lineman was Micah, and the Gilmore was behind him. The senior out of Brooklyn, New York, gets 1st and 10 from the Saluki 29. And Indiana thus far is making it look pretty easy. Lewis back, screen pass to Marcus Thigpen. Micah King came all the way back to make the tackle on a nice play, but 10 yards downfield.
Right. There is a flag on the play.
Looks like this one might come back. Illegal man downfield.
From a defensive standpoint, defending the screen is probably one of the hardest offensive plays to defend because it's really a misdirection, and as a defensive player you don't really see the screen, and it takes a really good player and a really good athlete to see
the flag for ineligible downfield as the pass was caught behind the line of scrimmage. Result of the play, first down.
The pass was caught behind the line of scrimmage, so there is no illegal man downfield. It counts for a first down, a gain of 10. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Salukis 18. Indiana with 49 yards rushing, 34 passing, 83 total yards. The Salukis with just 16 thus far. Here comes Thigpen. Can he get to the corner? No, a great play by Patrick Jordan.
Right, Patrick Jordan. He faced some injuries last year on the defensive side, missed a few ball games. But right now he's come back, he's healthy, and he looks very good right now.
They've run this play twice already. Jordan was not going to let him get beat on this play, though, and wrapped him up. Loss of about a half yard. It's 2nd down, and a long 10, make it 11 for the Hoosiers. 5:20 clock running here in the first quarter. Wide to the right side for Indiana's James Bailey. Jakeem Gilmore is to the left. Lewis going deep. Marlon Heaston had a shot at it, but it was actually overthrown for everybody and out of the end zone. It'll be 3rd and 11. Good coverage by Marlon.
Right, Marlon Heaston, he's an outstanding athlete.
And another penalty. This one might be roughing the quarterback.
Right, like I said earlier, Mike, penalties will be very, very bad in this game right now.
The Salukis only committed 5 penalties in the first game.
Personal foul, number 91 of the defense. A blow to the head, half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
That one was on Lorenzo Wims, number 91. He hit the quarterback in the head. And here it is right here.
Right. SIU needs to get all the first quarter jitters out right now. I think they're pretty nervous. They're playing excited right now. I mean, they're playing 100%. So I mean, they're doing well right now. They're not down completely.
First and goal now from the 9. Bailey goes wide to the right side. In the slot is Thigpen. Here comes Thigpen. Fakes it. Tipped. Good defense by the Salukis.
That was great play right there by Patrick Jordan.
So it's second and goal. As on the personal foul, it's an automatic first down. Here's the replay again. You might be able to see Patrick get his left hand on the ball. Great play. Patrick last year was in the defensive backfield. This year, probably playing him a more natural linebacker spot.
Right. Patrick Jordan, he's got very good size for a guy of his potential, and I think moving him to linebacker is a good move.
Lewis. Right in and out of the hands of a Saluki, and then caught by Nick Polk.
Like Brandon Jordan, he had a very good chance right there to get an interception and take it the other way. It's just it's unfortunate that he didn't get that play.
Little things, it's a game of inches, and here it is again. Look at right through the hands and into the hands of Polk as Brandon Jordan almost was able to take it to the house 95 yards, but instead it goes right into Polk's hands, and the 9-yard touchdown pass puts the Hoosiers up 13-0. And the extra point by Austin Starr is good. 4:55 left to go in the first quarter. It's all Indiana, 14-0 Hoosiers over the Salukis. You're watching MediaCon.
My 14-year-old was injured by someone else's negligence. What are her rights?
Anyone under the age of 18 must be represented by a parent or a guardian.
As a teenager, am I entitled to money for my injuries?
You have the same rights for compensation as any adult.
If you or someone you know has been injured, give the Beard Law Firm a call.
Growing your business can take up a lot of your valuable time. At the Bank of Marion, we know this, and that's why we're driven to help you and your business succeed. So driven, in fact, that our loan specialists will gladly drive to your location to save you time and serve you better. No matter where your business is located in Southern Illinois, let the Bank of Marion drive to you. Time is money, and the Bank of Marion wants you to have more of both. The Bank of Marion, a proud supporter of Saluki Athletics, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome to the hills of Tuscany from Thomasville. It's about slowing down to catch up, where simple pleasure is found in beautiful things made to last, and dinner lingers long into the evening. The hills of Tuscany.
Thomasville. 6 months free financing at Coleman Roads in downtown West Frankfort.
It's 14-0 Indiana, 4:55 to go in the first quarter. Royal Indiana scored on its first 2 possessions. Southern has been 3 and out both times. What's Coach Kill telling these guys on the sideline right now?
I mean, Coach Kill right now, he's probably telling these guys to play hard. I mean, they're not out of this game, no way. I mean, it's 14-0, but there's still a lot of football to be played.
They've got to get a first down. They've got to get something going on offense. Arkey again at the goal line. Gets up past the 20 to about the 22. No flags down on the play, so Southern will have its best starting field position at the 22-yard line. Trailing it by 14, a 3-yard Marcus Thigpen run and a 9-yard Kellen Lewis to Nick Polk that should have been intercepted by Brandon Jordan, went right through his hands into the hands of Nick Polk. And Indiana leads it 14-0. One of the new rule changes this year. The game clock has already started on the kickoff, and once the referee gets it set into play, it starts again. So the 25-second clock is already on the move, and Southern starts 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. In motion comes Whitlock. Give it to Arkey. Good block. Can he get around one more guy? Wasn't able to get out of the reach of Paul Hahn, or excuse me, Brian Ferris. But he did get out to the 29-yard line, so good first down yardage for Southern.
Right, Mike, watch number 88 right here, Phil Goforth. His block right there downfield, that's very key for SIU right now. You need blocking downfield to open up your running backs.
Southern needs a first down in the worst way. 2nd down and 3 for the Salukis. Given on the inside to Randall. No, Hill's going to keep it himself. And he fumbles the ball.
Looks like a turnover on Indiana's way.
Indiana recovers the fumble on a... Nick wouldn't go down. Had he gone down, he had the first down, but he went for an extra effort. Got stripped of the ball. Let's see it right here. It was the pop by number 40. Josh Bailey forced the fumble.
Yeah, I think it would have been better right there if he would have slid, because you really don't want your quarterback to be being pounded like that, just to keep him from injury.
He had the first down, and there's the hit by Bailey. Turnover in Saluki territory at the 41-yard line. Back comes Indiana again. Southern brings the blitz. Going deep. Craig Turner on the coverage, and he intercepted the ball. What a phenomenal catch by Craig Turner.
That was an outstanding play right there by Craig Turner. He is very, very quick guy, and he can keep up with these Indiana receivers.
And you can't blame Indiana for going for the jugular there, because they just got the turnover. If they get up 21-0 like that, who knows what this game's going to be like. So they went for it all, and Turner right there on the coverage.
Now let's see if SIU makes this a momentum changer and they can maybe produce something down the field, maybe with Nick Hill.
What a great effort by Craig Turner. Josh Bailey was the receiver on the play, James Bailey rather. But field position, it's like a long punt. Southern takes over at its own 2-yard line. First interception of the season for number 2, Craig Turner. Southern in a deep hole here. Hill to Arkey. Arkey gets outside. And he gets first down yardage across the 15, close to the 17-yard line, and that's what the Salukis need.
Yeah, that's definitely what the Salukis need. They need something to progress them on, to give them some momentum change, to get them to, rally the troops. They need the offensive line to do what they just did on that play, and
real good seam blocking there to get Arkey to the outside. So the Salukis get their first down at about the 3:10 mark of the first quarter. J.T. Wise goes up the gut for a gain of a long 7 yards. Now maybe they get something clicking. Second down and 3 for the Salukis. Coming up at halftime, we will interview new Saluki Athletic Director Mario Mocha, who has been on the job for about a month now and done just about everything possible he could do except maybe judge a baby contest. Arkey Whitlock gets first down yardage across the 27, maybe to the 28-yard line, and the Salukis have another first down on the play. So Mario will be up here at halftime. He'll talk about a number of things, including Saluki Way, Saluki football, Saluki basketball, playing Indiana in basketball. Yes, the Salukis have a home and home with the Indiana Hoosiers as well in basketball starting this year here in Bloomington. We overlook the Indiana basketball facility. It's right over the top of the stadium as we're looking across the way here high atop War Memorial Stadium. 1st and 10, Nick Hill back to pass. Hit as he throws. Did Braden catch it? No. Would have been a phenomenal catch by Braden Jones if he could have brought that in. Indiana came with the blitz, which means Braden had man-to-man coverage, and Nick just couldn't put it on the spot.
Right, there's nothing you can do if you're Nick Hill right there. I mean, he got rid of the ball. That's what he's supposed to do to avoid the sack.
Great diving effort by Braden, just couldn't come up with the play. 2nd down and 10, a minute 50 to go here in the first quarter. Indiana jumped on top with a 66-yard scoring drive and then a 52-yard scoring drive. Justin Allen in the game for Southern. Justin still on his feet. First down yardage up to the 43-yard line, and he's angry. He thought he should have taken that all the way. And how about Justin Allen in the game? Nick may have been hurt on that hit on the throw on the blitz. Maybe not, though. He's coming right back in.
That's a spark Southern Illinois' offense definitely needed.
Justin Allen, the wide receiver / quarterback out of Northeast Oklahoma, very, very talented. And Jerry Kill wants to get him as many touches as possible in a game. So it's 1st and 10 for the Salukis at the 43. Here comes Archie. He gains 3, maybe 4 yards. And this is what we're used to seeing, a little grinded out offense as this drive started on the Saluki 2-yard line after the interception by Craig Turner. John Randall into the game for the Salukis, Justin Allen into the game. Wise and Whitlock go to the bench. Southern now getting some yards, 79 total yards now for the Salukis, 91 for Indiana. And the Salukis have 74 on the ground.
They have 3 wide here, Mike. It looks like they may take a chance to put the ball in the air.
Wanted to run some option. Nick couldn't get around the end to pitch it to John Randall. Had he been able to, John had some open green on the play, but he couldn't get there as Indiana was too quick on the end. Actually came from the middle to snuff out that play. 3rd down and 10 now for the Salukis, a loss of 3.
Now 3rd and 10, do you put the ball in the air or do you run the ball in this situation?
I think you got to put the ball in the air. Nick back to pass, has time. Going deep. Oh, the receiver cut his route. Justin Allen stopped at the 28-yard line. Miscommunication.
Justin Allen and Alan Turner were over there on the sideline. It looks like there's a little bit of space between them and the defender.
Justin stopped his route at the 28 and curled in, and Nick threw a fly pattern. Here's Nick Hill back to pass. This was the bomb he just threw. He got hit pretty hard, but he overthrew Justin Allen. So Ravanisi into punt again, his 3rd punt of the football game. Lance Bennett, number 2, is back to receive the kick. Fair catch at the 28.5-yard line. The first quarter has come to a close. There is no time on the clock. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, the Indiana Hoosiers have scored twice and lead the Salukis 14-0. You're watching Saluki football on Mediacom.
I'm Lori from iConda. If you haven't seen our brand new dealership in Marion yet, now is the time. iConda's made a special purchase of certified pre-owned Hondas, each with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And we still have some brand new 06 models available at tremendous savings. Your choice of an 06 Ridgeline RTS or an Odyssey EX, both just $26,900. And Saturday, September 16th is the American Heart Association Car Show at iConda. We're donating $100 for every car sold that week. So visit iConda on Highway 13 in Marion.
Clear the lot sale. That's what's happening at Ivygate Home Sales, home of low, low prices. Homes for every budget. We're talking prices you won't believe. Shop now and take advantage of the Clear the Lot sale. Get up to $1,500 Fleetwood factory cash back on select models. Offer ends soon. Don't miss this sale going on now. You will save on your new home. Delivery and setup within a 60-mile radius. Open 7 days a week. Only at Ivygate Home Sales. Ivygate, home of happy customers. Just north of Carbondale on Highway 51.
Save-A-Lot in Carbondale is your extreme value grocery store. Save today on thousands of brand name and quality items. Save up to 40% or more every day. Why pay more? Enjoy unsurpassed value with Save-A-Lot's exclusive brands, fresh vegetables and meats.
Fresh cut meat daily. Why pay more?
Whatever your family's needs are, we carry it all here for much less.
With a family of 5, we always save more at Save-A-Lot.
Save even more in our dollar department aisle where everything's $1. Shop Save-A-Lot in Carbondale, your extreme value grocery store.
At the medicine shop.
Saluki cheerleaders on hand at the football game today. Indiana leads at 14-0. Marcus Thinkman 3-yard run and a Kevin Lewis 9-yard touchdown pass to Nick Polk. the only scoring thus far in the ball game. Southern had its best drive, starting at its own 2, got up to the 42-yard line, and then had to punt again. Here comes Indiana. Still on his feet is number 22, Demetrius McCrae. He gained 9 yards on the play.
Mike, that was a play that could have been stopped in the backfield, but it looks like the SIU defenders are leaving their feet instead of wrapping up and following through with the tackle.
Tackling. You got to make the plays on these bigger people, and they are 1A for a reason. They've got usually a little bit more speed and maybe a little bit more power, and you've got to wrap up tight. Second and short now for the Hoosiers. Give it to the first back through. He's got first down yardage up to the 40. Stop there, but it's good enough for the first down. And again, that was Demetrius McCrae on the carry for the first down right at the 40-yard line. First and 10 Hoosiers.
That was number 39 and number 91 on the play right there, Willie Leonard and Lorenzo Williams.
Salukis need to do a better job on defense on first down, putting the end in more second and long situations. 3 receivers to the left. Lewis, drop back, here comes the blitz. Covered well by Southern right at the 40-yard line.
That was a great read by number 7, Marlon Houston. He saw that screen pass coming, and he got downhill very quick.
Trevor Moe in on the tackle for the Salukis as well. Here it is on the replay.
And number 57, Micah King.
Micah was in there as well. Trevor came on at the last, and Marlon was on the spot. So it's second and 10. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Force them into second and long, and it is. Receivers now come wide to the 3 to the right side, and James Bailey is wide to the left for Indiana on second and 10. Here comes a blitz. And he fumbled the ball. And they're going to call, incomplete pass. Now they say incomplete pass. So it's third and 10. Jerry Kill doesn't like that call very much. Marlon Houston thought he had a fumble recovery. It's third and 10.
Brandon Jordan came in on the blitz right there and just barely lost contain on the quarterback number 15.
Here it is again. Watch Brandon Jordan from your left side. Loses contain, and that's a killer against a scrambling quarterback. He had that ball, folks. There's no question he had the ball. If nothing else, he may have been down, but he had the football, and Jerry Kill didn't like that call very much either. Third and 10 now for the Hoosiers. See if Southern can come up with a big third down play and force a punt. Lewis back to pass. All day to run on that side. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds, and the Salukis will get the ball. No markers down, and they're forcing their first punt of the football game.
That was a good pursuit by the Saluki defense. Trevor Moe, number 53, along with number 57.
Number 44, Tyson Beatty.
Good job by the Salukis, and also in there chasing was Lorenzo all the way from his left end spot. So Indiana's going to have to punt for the first time. Their punter is Tyson Beatty, number 44. End over end punt. It's going to hit. Turner will field it at the 12. Gets a step. And a marker down on the play. Way too many penalties so far in this game. We'll let the referee sort this one out. Block in the back, hold on the Salukis, half the distance to the goal.
Penalties.
And that was at the end of the play as the tackle was being made.
Right.
Block in the back. Number 46 of the return team. Penalty is run. First down.
This is the last thing you want to happen for SIU, to let the game be controlled by penalties.
That was Rick Burgess, the freshman for the Salukis, who had a great opening game against Lock Haven, scored a touchdown, caught a pass, rushed the ball very well, playing special teams, and at the very end of the play, hit somebody in the back. There's Jerry Kill, and he certainly does not like the fact that his team has committed this many penalties so far in the ball game, and Again, field position for the Salukis has been absolutely horrible in this game. Their best starting position was the 22. Now they're starting at the 10. Up the Grove, comes in motion. Give it to Archie. Archie will struggle up to the 13, maybe the 14-yard line. And it'll be second down. It looks like the offensive line has settled down a little bit. The defense had a very good series, so maybe those early jitters are out of the way, Royal, and Southern's just got to come back from that 14-0 deficit where it easily could have been 21 if not for Craig Turner's brilliant interception.
I believe so. Number 75, he made a very good play right there. He opened up the hole for Archie Whitlock to run in. Number Sean Smith, true freshman.
Sean Smith got his first start of the year in place of Jimmy Wegerer in today's ball game. Second down and 7. Nick keeps it himself. Still on his feet. And, excuse me, that's Justin Allen again, out to the 25-yard line. Justin Allen on the carry for first down yardage.
You love to see your quarterback get positive yards, but you have to go down in those situations. You don't want any chances of having another fumble.
So the Salukis have a first down at the 25-yard line. And there's a great shot of Justin Allen going down. Hey, our first half instant replays today are brought to you by Marion Eye Centers and Optical. Thank you to Marion Eye Centers for bringing us the instant replays. First and 10 from the 25. Give it to Archie Whitlock. Nothing doing. They're going to give him forward motion to the 23, so only a loss of 2. But big play in there by Jamie Curlew, 6'3", 250-pound linebacker, fights his way in to get Archie right there. And that was Greg Brown, the defensive tackle.
If you look closely, Indiana, they have size, and that's one key factor in the game today.
Greg Brown, 6'2", 303 from his tackle position. Second and 12 now for Southern. Hill back to pass. Has time, goes for Justin Allen, and he dropped the football. Good coverage on the play, but Justin will tell you he should have caught it. And it's 3rd and 13.
Right, that's got to be like a nightmare. Justin Allen, he dropped the pass last week in the game, versus 2 weeks ago, as a matter of fact, in the game against Lock Haven.
Good coverage out there by Ryan Skelton, but Justin did have him beat. And it's 3rd and 13 for the Salukis. Salukis are going to have to hurry with this play too. Nick Hill just got the play in from the sideline. Up the Grove. Wide to the right side, as is Alan Turner. 3rd and 13. Fake the draw. Nick misses. A wide open Jay Up the Grove at the 35-yard line. Would have been enough for the first down. And Nick's not hitting today. Jay was wide open at the 35.
It looks like Nick is a little nervous still. Got a little jitters he needs to get out, so maybe he can overcome that in the next series.
So it's 4th down. The Salukis have to punt again. And the busiest man for the Salukis today has been Scott Ravanisi. And Indiana will likely get pretty good field position out of this one as well. Ravanisi back at his 9-yard line. Not a very good kick, but a good Saluki bounce. 32-yard line where Indiana will take possession. So Ravanisi gets it out of there well. And we will take a break here at War Memorial Stadium. Indiana on top of the Salukis. It's 14-0 Indiana. We'll be back.
Value Grocery Store.
At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, your good health is as important to us as it is to you. The Medicine Shop is dedicated to providing you friendly personal service, convenience, low prices, and knowledgeable people you can trust. Your Medicine Shop pharmacist can accurately fill all of your prescription needs and take the time to answer all your questions. We have convenient parking, free prescription delivery, and fast approval of almost all insurance plans. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, real people providing the best health care possible. Visit the location nearest you.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3. M. Go. Newbold BMW in O'Fallon, Illinois. Step up and drive.
Welcome to Spinoni's.
Spinoni's Pizza and Pasta House is Carbondale's buonissimo Italian restaurant. Try our delicious pizza with our special homemade dough and tasty sauce. We also have sandwiches, appetizers, and a variety of pasta favorites like tortellini, spaghetti, and lasagna, and our 30-item salad bar. Enjoy your meal indoors or in our garden patio. We have a full bar and are open every day at 11. Located on East Walnut near Walgreens in Carbondale. Spinoni's Pizza and Pasta House.
Welcome back to Bloomington, Indiana. It's 14-0 Indiana leading the Salukis. 2 early first quarter scores by the Hoosiers on their first 2 possessions. Since then, it's been a stalemate. Teams have been able to move the ball a little bit, but nobody's been able to get close to scoring. Indiana with receivers 3 to the right, Josh Bailey to the left. For redshirt freshman Kellen Lewis. Nice block on the outside, but not much yardage, as a gain of maybe a half yard. And Southern did a nice job stringing that play out on the defense. An option is a hard thing to defend.
Right, you'll get blocked every time with that play, but it's just as long as you have pursuit by your defense, I mean, you can tackle it and you can get it down, as you can see right here. Patrick Jordan as well with Brandon Jordan on the pursuit.
Good job by the Saluki defense. Second down and a long 9. I'm going to call it 10. Thigpen in motion. Again an option. Kick to the outside to Demetrius McCray. Gets up to about the 39-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. And again, showing some option. They have to utilize Kellen Lewis's abilities, and that's running the football, running some option, letting him do basically what he wants to in the backfield.
Right, right now Indiana's giving Southern Illinois a little look at everything right now, the run, the pass, and the pitch.
Which is why Lewis is a much more effective quarterback than Blake Powers, who is your traditional drop-back guy.
Right.
3rd and 4 now for the Hoosiers from their own 39-yard line. Lewis, drop back, slant, no good, incomplete pass. Intended for Jakeem Gilmore. And the Hoosiers now will be able to be forced to punt again. And really good coverage on the play.
In the punt for the Hoosiers, number 44,
Michael King got his hands up on this play, as you can see. Maybe causing a little bit of a distraction.
And Craig Turner right there on the coverage again for the Salukis and Patrick Jordan. So the Hoosiers to punt again. And again, it's not a very good punt. Is Craig going to catch it? Yes, he is, right up the gut. And the Salukis will now have their best field position of the day to start a drive at their own 31-yard line. Salukis will be back on the air in a few weeks. They will take on the Redbirds from Illinois State University. Will be our next broadcast, Saturday, October 14th, 2:30 from Bloomington Normal. SIU and Illinois State in a huge Gateway Conference football game coming up Saturday, October 14th at 2:30. Nick Hill brings the charges out, but Justin Allen is behind center. Nick is in a slot. Allen running some option. Still on his feet, gains about 7 yards, and I like this look that Justin Allen brings. Indiana has to honor the fact that if they throw it out to Nick Hill, he can throw it again.
Nick Hill is a quick guy, so if he catches it as a receiver, he makes it very difficult for the Indiana defense to cover him as well.
JT Wise comes in. Justin Allen goes to the sidelines, and Justin Allen's been a big part of the Saluki offense in this game. 2nd down. JT Wise gets 1st down yardage across the 41 out to the 43-yard line. And with 7:21 to go in the second quarter, the Salukis are inching ever so close to getting near midfield and getting into Indiana Hoosier territory, which would be the first time on the day.
I like the way they're getting J.T. Wise involved in the game right now, because Indiana, they're looking for the running back out of Arkey Whitlock as well as Nick to be making plays, and they're not looking for number 31, J.T. Wise.
John Randall came into the lineup. Arkey will be split wide to the left side, or in a slot actually, with Randall behind Nick Hill. Arkey comes in motion. Give it to John Randall. John, still on his feet, still going, down inside the 40-yard line. Marker down on the play. Again, a really late flag thrown by this crew.
Tackle for the Hoosiers, number 9, Tracy Porter.
John Randall, he's a guy out of Wichita, Kansas. He went to Kansas University and transferred here to Southern Illinois.
And a clip on the Salukis. Man, oh man. Let's see it again. Here's John Randall. Watch the end of the play, because that's when the flag came in. Nifty move there. I don't see anything involved with the ball carrier
number
there.
88 of the offense. 15-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Wow.
That's got to be frustrating, getting positive yards and bringing it back as a penalty.
Called it on Phil Goforth and Jerry Kill saying, hey guys, every time we get a big play, there's a penalty. What's wrong with this picture? So it's first down and 8 yards to go for the Salukis. They're back to the 45-yard line. John had them inside Indiana territory, inside the 40. In motion comes Jay Upthegrove. Give it up the gut to Randall. Will gain maybe a yard to bring up 2nd and 7. Salukis have now outgained Indiana on the day, 118 to 108.
On that last play, number 34 for Indiana got through that gap very quickly into the backfield for a play.
It's linebacker William Patterson. Again, one of their younger kids. He's a true freshman out of Indianapolis. Indiana's got 49 redshirt or true freshmen on the roster, on the playing roster. Nick Hill doesn't like what he sees. Calls for time. Timeout on the field. Indiana leading the Salukis by a score of 14-0. We will be back. You're watching Saluki football on Mediacom.
All the people in the know go to Southside, Southside, Southside Lumber.
Hi, I'm Kent Smith from Southside Lumber. My family and I would like to thank Southern Illinois for 60 wonderful years.
Southside has everything for your building or remodeling, all in one place. From roofing, siding, kitchens, and flooring, Southside can see you through your project. We're more than just lumber at
Southside Lumber.
Before you make your next new car purchase, you owe it to yourself to take the Hyundai Challenge. Come in and test drive a Hyundai from Marion Hyundai and see for yourself the award-winning quality. Like the Tucson, ranked highest in its class for initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates. In fact, Hyundai was in the top 3 overall for quality in the annual survey, ahead of both Honda and Toyota. Plus, every Hyundai comes with the advantage of America's best warranty. Take the Hyundai Challenge today at Marion Hyundai, located I-57 and Route 13 in Marion, Illinois.
Today's game is brought to you by Newbold BMW, Newbold in O'Fallon, Illinois. By the SIU Alumni Association, 214,000 SIU alumni worldwide supporting Saluki athletics. By Spinoni's Pizza and Pasta House. Today's game is also sponsored by the Bank of Marion. Following the Saluki timeout, it is 2nd down and a long 7 for the Salukis. Nick Hill didn't like the formation he saw on the defensive side of the ball. He's got John Randall with him in the backfield. Receivers to either side. Indiana in a 3-4 setup. Nick all day to throw. Connects with a first down catch to Ryan Beeler.
Bill's pass complete to number 83 for Southern Illinois.
And that's what they need, positive yardage. So if they can do that play every time and get positive yards out of it, do it.
The second complete pass of the game. First one was for 5 yards. This one was good for a first down, right at the marker at the 46-yard line. So the Salukis have it going, 5:35, clock counting. here in the second quarter. Nick gives it to John Randall. John, yardage real close to the 40, a gain of about 5, maybe 6.
Looks like he ran into the back of his own player right there. Maybe he could have got a little more yards out of that.
But not bad. You don't mind 2nd and 5 calls on the offensive side of things, for sure. Matt Limegrover, I'm sure, likes that a lot more than 2nd and 9 and 3rd and 8.
Right, definitely. Positive yards is positive yards, and that's definitely what you want on the offensive side of the ball.
Goforth is wide to the right. Beeler's in the slot. Justin Allen is wide to the left. Nick Hill has it this time. Nothing doing. Stopped at the 40. Loss of about half a yard. He's not fooling anybody on that play fake.
All right, right now they're keying in on John Randall and Nick Hill right now. So right now they just have to switch it up and give Indiana a little bit of a different look.
3rd down and 5, and the Salukis might be in 2-down territory here. If they get close enough to this 1st down, I think they might go for it. Here's Nick, not fooling anybody on that series there. So it's 3rd down and a long 4 for Southern. Whistles blew before anything ever happened. Illegal procedure on Southern. We'll hear the referee's call.
Dead ball. False start. Number 5 of the offense. Still 3rd down.
And now it's 3rd and 9, which makes it that much tougher. Pat Poore sends in the play. Now they're not in 2-down territory unless they get 7 or 8 here.
I think right now they need to get the passing game working a little bit to get some positive yardage and some first downs.
See if Indiana comes with a blitz. Here they come, bringing everybody, and it's dropped by Braden Jones. He dropped it. It was high, catchable. Nick got hit as he threw it, and Braden just couldn't bring it down. And it's 4th and 9. And it's against the Salukis, of course. Nick really took a shot on that one. And Braden just couldn't come up with it. Here's the call by the referee.
Chop block. Number 34 of the offense. That penalty's declined. It's 4th down.
4th and 9, and the Salukis are going to have to at least line up in punt formation. Chop block, that hasn't been called in 2 years in the Gateway. So we'll see what happens. Archie Whitlock is the up back, but Indiana is in a regular base defense. They don't necessarily think Southern was going to punt it. It's going to go, it's going to drop if Southern can get it. And it will at the 1-yard line. A great punt by Scott Ravenese. He downs the ball inside the 2-yard line. We've got a break in the action. Indiana leads the Salukis 14-0. You're watching Saluki football on Mediacom.
World Grand Champion Barbecue is just down the street at 17th Street Bar and Grill in Murfreesboro. If you love barbecue as much as we do, then 17th Street is the place. Come on in for our famous slow-cooked ribs, barbecue, steak, seafood, chicken, burgers, salads, and homemade desserts. You will want to try everything. We have catering too. Want it to go? Just call ahead and we'll have your food ready. Come on in. We're waiting for you.
At 17th Street Bar and Grill, things are really cooking. I know the way you treated other guys you've been with. Luck, be a lady with me.
Close your eyes and you'll swear Old Blue Eyes is back.
Don't lose the compass. Get me to the church. Get me to the church. For Pete's sake, get me to the church. On time.
Simply Sinatra, featuring Steve Lipia, October 13th at Shryock Auditorium in Carbondale.
New Bold Toyota Scion, the premier sales and service dealership in O'Fallon, Illinois, is moving forward with the area's largest Toyota and Scion inventory. That means you'll find the lowest prices on the all-new Toyota Camry, the tough Toyota Tundra, Highlander, RAV4, and more. Newbold is where people go to save on their next new Toyota or Scion. It's simple. You just save more money at Newbold. Newbold Toyota Scion in O'Fallon, Illinois. Moving forward.
We are back at Memorial Stadium. A loud cheer went up because Ball State defeated Purdue today. And the Big Ten Indiana Hoosier fans like the fact that Purdue loses a game. Opening play for Indiana on this drive. Gains about 1 yard, and one other score they showed on the scoreboard. Michigan is beating Notre Dame in South Bend 27-7. Number 2 Notre Dame getting thumped at home by 20. Wow.
That was number 39 and number 10, Brandon Jordan and Willie Leonard on the tackle.
2nd down and 9 now for the Hoosiers. Back deep in their territory. See how conservative they are. Very conservative. They're going to give him about a ½ inch on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Right now, Brandon Jordan, he's playing outstanding right now for a young guy coming into his first collegiate game.
Here it is again. Watch number 10. He meets the Demetrius McCray right on the button.
That was a very good play. He got low, he drove his feet, and he followed through with the tackle.
So it's 3rd and 9. Contain, contain, contain Kellen Lewis on this play. Don't let him get outside. He's getting outside, but can't make connections with his receiver, and Indiana is going to be forced to punt with the punter's foot almost on the back line. And let's see if Jay Sawvell has a little punt block on here, or do you think he's got a return set up? What would he normally do in this situation?
Right now, to play it safe, I think they'll go ahead and set up a return.
Craig Turner is standing back inside the 40, and Southern's going to have its best field position of the day for sure, barring no penalty flags.
And if you're SIU defense right now, you need to continue to play like that every series. Micah King, that last play, made a lot of pressure on the quarterback, number 15, Kellen Lewis.
Beatty on the punt, his best one of the day. Turner's going to catch it on the run at the 35, still on his feet, finally goes out of bounds. And Southern is going to have great field position with 1:54 left to go in the half. And let's see if they can get on the board and get back in this football game. Here it is again. He catches it on the dead run, too.
Now, this is a good opportunity for SIU to come through and maybe get 6 points on the board.
So the Salukis will take over on the 33-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we'll have first half highlights and stats, conference scores, and the upcoming schedule, along with our interview of Saluki Athletic Director Mario Mocha. See if the Salukis can convert here. From the 33, give it to Arkey. Great spin move. Arkey gets inside the 20 to the 15. They're going to mark him out at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Salukis at the 16-yard line.
One great thing about Arkey, he never gives up on the first effort, as you see right here. He gets hit once, spins off the tackle right there, and continues to run downfield.
And watch him continue to get outside and get upfield. And goes out right there. 1st and 10 for the Salukis at their 15-yard line. 1:40 left to go in the half. Justin Allen goes wide to the right. Goforth wide to the left. Turner in the slot to the left for the Salukis. Nick Hill back to pass. Now he's going to run with it. He's got some room. He gets to the outside and gets out of bounds. No, they say he didn't get out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Clock continues to run with 1:27, but the clock is in the Salukis' favor on this one. Nice move by Nick. Linebacker in pursuit, and then he heads to the outside. And the pursuit finally breaks down as Gino Johnson makes the tackle. 2nd and short for the Salukis. See how they do in the red zone here. Give it to Arkey. Fights down to the 6-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down. Southern still has 2 timeouts. Jerry Kill's going to use one of those timeouts right now on this 3rd down and 1 situation for the Salukis. Drive started because the Saluki defense held in their own, deep in Indiana territory, and got great field position on their return by Craig Turner. Now the Salukis are knocking at the door at the 6-7 yard line. They need to get down to the 5. Here's the replay. Here's our key trying to get in there.
You see right there, the Indiana players are swarming the ball right now. They're within the 20, inside the 20-yard line right now, the red zone. So they're expecting to pound it inside right now. So if you're SIU, maybe you want to do a bootleg or something with Nick Hill.
3rd down and short. 49 seconds left to go in the half. Total yardage in the football game, the Salukis have 159. Indiana has 109. 66 of Indiana's 109 yards came on its opening drive. So since that opening possession, Indiana has 43 total yards in the football game. So I would say the Saluki defense has picked it up a little bit. Now the offense has to turn it around and make some points here, preferably a touchdown.
Right.
3rd down and a long one. Full house backfield for the Salukis. J.T. Wise and Archie Whitlock. Wide open is J.T. Wise. 1st down for the Salukis at the 2. If he doesn't fall down, he's into the end zone. So the clock is going to start with 44 seconds left to go. The clock really not a factor, though, with Southern's on the 2-yard line.
Number 87, Adam Bunning, came across the middle, too, wide open. So either way, with JT or Adam Bunning, they could have gotten positive yards.
Nick just stops the clock. 41 seconds. 2nd down and short. And you called the misdirection play. You thought Nick might have had the bootleg, but they went with JT to the right side.
Right, defensively, in these type of situations, you're always looking to stop the run because you think you're going to pound it in since you're within the red zone.
And it's amazing the last 2 years how J.T. Wise is able to get out into the flat area when nobody is near him.
Like I said earlier, Mike, they're not looking for J.T. Wise right now to go out and pass it. So when those opportunities that they have, they got to capitalize on them.
Salukis bring in both wide receivers, so they're going to try to spread Indiana out a little bit here on 2nd down and goal from the 2. Our key, nothing doing, and the Salukis are going to have to take their last time out.
A lot of red jerseys right
We'll
there.
take timeout here too. 14-0 Indiana. Salukis take timeout on the play. We'll be back right after this.
Save-A-Lot in Carbondale is your extreme value grocery store. Save today on thousands of brand name and quality items. Save up to 40% or more every day.
Why pay more?
Enjoy unsurpassed value with Save-A-Lot's exclusive brands, fresh vegetables and meats.
Fresh cut meat daily. Why pay more?
Whatever your family's needs are, we carry it all here for much less.
With a family of 5, we always save more at Save-A-Lot.
Save even more in our dollar department aisle where everything's $1. Shop Save-A-Lot in Carbondale, your extreme value grocery store.
29 victories in 3 years, Coach. Southern Illinois has the 10th best record in Division I football.
You can't accomplish that without good student athletes and a lot of support, Ed. Membership in the SIU Alumni Association is also a great way to support Southern. I am a member, and I am asking all Saluki fans to join. Anyone can join.
That's right, Coach. Membership in the SIU Alumni Association is open to everyone. Join online at SIUalumni.com or call our office today.
All right, here's the setup. It's 3rd and goal from the Salukis from the Indiana 5-yard line. They've got a sure field goal, but they would love to get this one into the end zone. In motion. Nick to Braden Jones for a touchdown. He put it right on the money where it had to be, and the Salukis convert to Braden Jones from Nick Hill, and they're back in this football game down by 8, pending the extra point by Craig Coffin.
Great pass and a great catch right there.
Not bad coverage by Indiana, too. Nick had to put that right on the button, and Braden, who thought he should have had a couple of catches in the football game, makes a huge one here, and all of a sudden, it's a football game. Coffin on to try the extra point. The Gateway all-time leader in extra points, Craig Coffin, adds to the total with that one. And with 27 seconds left to go in the half, the Salukis have cut the deficit in half. It's Indiana 14 and the Salukis 7. We're right back in it, and we'll be back with the kickoff after this.
World Grand Champion Barbecue is just down the street at 17th Street Bar and Grill on the Hill in Marion. If you love barbecue as much as we do, then 17th Street is the place. Come on in for our famous slow-cooked ribs, barbecue steaks, seafood, chicken, burgers, salads, and homemade desserts. You'll want to try everything. We have catering, too. Want it to go? Just call ahead and we'll have your food ready. Come on in. We're waiting for you.
At 17th Street Bar and Grill, things are really cooking.
Hitting the road. It's something the Glodich family has helped customers do since 1946. The family's key to local business success is to work hard, have a good product, and be fair to people. Banterra shares that belief. That's why Banterra's been the Glodich's bank for 60 years.
My dad's first bank book.
In fact, when it comes to financing our local businesses, Banterra is #1. Banterra, banking with local style.
Nick Hill's first collegiate touchdown pass cuts the deficit in half against the Indiana Hoosiers. It's now 14-7. Coffin kicking off for the first time today. It goes back deep to the 2-yard deep. And he's going to bring it out. And he's got some room to the outside, and a marker is down on the play. That'll be against Indiana and come back. As Marcus Thigpen on the return, marker went down at the 19-yard line, and that's going to be an illegal block on Indiana, and we'll get the official call. There it is. So the Hoosiers will start deep in their own territory with 15 seconds left. There's the block in the back right there by #1. First penalty of the day against the Hoosiers. Let's listen to the referee. He's struggling because it's against IU.
On the return, block in the back by number 88 of the offense. It'll be first down.
The Hoosiers have 15 seconds to try to do something. They do get the ball to start the second half. So, in all likelihood, we'll take a knee.
All right. That's the safe thing to do right now.
And that is exactly what they're going to do. As Kellen Lewis will take a knee on the snap. And the clock will run down. And the first quarter was all Indiana. The second quarter was all SIU for the most part. And at halftime, the Salukis are staying right with their Big Ten foe, Indiana. It's the Hoosiers 14, the Salukis 7. Halftime coming up here on MediaCom.
Seventeen Bookstore is your one-stop for another great season of Saluki athletics. 710 Bookstore is a place for Saluki fans of all ages with a winning selection of sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, banners, bumper stickers, and more. A sea of maroon to choose from, enough to prove you're a #1 fan. 710 Bookstore has been a proud supporter of Saluki athletics for over 35 years and has the latest and officially licensed SIU and printed clothing. With plenty of free parking and convenient hours, 710 Bookstore is your place to load up on your Saluki maroon. At the game, on the strip, or online at 710.com.
New Bold Toyota Scion, the premier sales and service dealership in O'Fallon, Illinois, is moving forward with the area's largest Toyota and Scion inventory. That means you'll find the lowest prices on the all-new Toyota Camry, the tough Toyota Tundra, Highlander, RAV4, and more. New Bold is where people go to save on their next new Toyota or Scion. It's simple. You just save more money at New Bold. New Bold Toyota Scion in O'Fallon, Illinois. Moving forward.
My 14-year-old was injured by someone else's negligence. What are her rights?
Anyone under the age of 18 must be represented by a parent or a guardian.
As a teenager, am I entitled to money for my injuries?
You have the same rights for compensation as any adult.
If you or someone you know has been injured, give the Beard Law Firm a call.
Growing your business can take up a lot of your valuable time.
At the Bank of Marion, we know this, and that's why we're driven to help you and your business succeed. So driven, in fact, that our loan specialists will gladly drive to your location to save you time and serve you better. No matter where your business is located in Southern Illinois, let the Bank of Marion drive to you. Time is money, and the Bank of Marion wants you to have more of both. The Bank of Marion, a proud supporter of Salukis Athletics, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And welcome back to Indiana, where the Hoosiers lead the Salukis by a score of 14-7 here at halftime. Our halftime show is being brought to you by 17th Street Bar and Grill in Marion and Murfreesboro. Enjoy their world-famous barbecue at home. Call ahead and we'll have it ready, or let us cater your next party at 17th Street Bar and Grill. Well, the Salukis lead it, or Salukis trail. They should lead it, but they trail 14-7. Total yardage in the first half, 166 for Southern, 108 for Indiana. They got 66 yards on their opening drive, did Indiana. Since that time, they took advantage of good field position on their second possession, but it's been all SIU, and if Southern could have converted on some key pass plays, this game might be tied, or Southern might even have the lead, but at least they're in it.
Right now, SIU, they should be very happy right now where they stand right now, because there's a lot of missed opportunities. So that tells, an offensive group coming from SIU coaches that, that we can be in this and we are still in this game, and we just need to capitalize on missed opportunities.
The first two drives for Indiana, Kellen Lewis, the quarterback, showed his versatility in being able to run the ball, being able to find receivers open, and then the Saluki defense made some adjustments, and I know that sitting up here as high as you were, it's not easy to see exactly what they did, but you have a feel for what they were getting used to or adjusting to what Lewis was doing.
Yeah, that's something that the coaches have to, deal with in the first few quarters of the game. They have to see what Indiana's doing, and they have to find a way to, make changes in the defense to see if they can hold number 15, Kellen Lewis.
And they did after the first quarter. I don't think Lewis got any rushing yardage in the second quarter. He was forced to drop back a little bit. He tried a little option as well, but they've kept him contained for the most part pretty well.
Right, and another thing, the SIU, they have a lot of young players. So right now, maybe it's the first half jitter, so maybe they can come out in the second half and, capitalize and feel a little more comfortable on the field.
All right, the Hoosiers lead it by a score of 14-7. It's time now to check the Gateway Conference standings. Now, the Gateway hasn't played any conference games yet, but we do have teams in action, and it's being brought to you by Banterra Bank. The Gateway Conference standings, banking with local style. Youngstown is 2-0 heading into play today, but they're playing at Penn State today. Then SIU is 1-0. Everybody else has at least one loss. Illinois State, Missouri State, Northern Iowa, and Western Illinois all at 1-1. And then at the bottom are Indiana State and Western Kentucky. Both are 0-2 in the Gateway. The meaningful Gateway Conference standings will start in a couple of weeks after one more week of non-conference play. So we thank Banterra Bank for sponsoring our Gateway Conference standings. But here anyway, it's Indiana leading the Salukis by a score of 14-7. Coming up next on halftime, we will have an interview with Saluki Athletic Director Mario Mocha. That's coming your way next, right here on Mediacom.
Welcome to the hills of Tuscany from Thomasville. It's about slowing down to catch up, where simple pleasure is found in beautiful things made to last, and dinner lingers long into the evening. The hills of Tuscany.
6 months free financing at Coleman Roads in downtown West Frankfort.
Hi, I'm Lori from iConda. If you haven't seen our brand new dealership in Marion yet, now is the time. iConda's made a special purchase of certified pre-owned Hondas, each with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And we still have some brand new 06 models available at tremendous savings. Your choice of an 06 Ridgeline RTS or an Odyssey EX, both just $26,900. And Saturday, September 16th is the American Heart Association Car Show at iConda. We're donating $100 for every car sold that week. So visit iConda on Highway 13 in Marion.
Clear the lot sale. That's what's happening at Ivygate Home Sales, home of low, low prices. Homes for every budget. We're talking prices you won't believe. Shop now and take advantage of the Clear the Lot sale. Get up to $1,500 Fleetwood factory cash back on select models. Offer ends soon. Don't miss this sale going on now. You will save on your new home. Delivery and setup within a 60-mile radius. Open 7 days a week. Only at Ivygate Home Sales. Ivygate, home of happy customers. Just north of Carbondale on Highway 51.
Save-A-Lot in Carbondale is your extreme value grocery store. Save today on thousands of brand name and quality items. Save up to 40% or more every day. Why pay more? Enjoy unsurpassed value with Save-A-Lot's exclusive brands, fresh vegetables and meats.
Fresh cut meat daily. Why pay more?
Whatever your family's needs are, we carry it all here for much less.
With a family of 5, we always save more at Save-A-Lot.
Save even more in our dollar department aisle, where everything's $1. Shop Save-A-Lot in Carbondale, your extreme value grocery store.
And welcome back to Bloomington, where the Hoosiers lead the Salukis 14-7 here at halftime. Well, we are pleased and proud to have about the busiest man in Southern Illinois next to us right now, Mario Mocha, my boss, the new athletic director at Southern Illinois University. And I mentioned in the first quarter when I was prompting the fact that you were going to be on that you've been just about everywhere, done just about everything except probably judge a baby contest. But, I don't know your schedule next week.
Schedule, but it's sure been fun and exciting and a little exhausting, but that's what it's all about. And go out and spreading the gospel of Saluki athletics and Saluki Nation.
For the people who are not familiar with Mario, give them a little bit about your background. You came from Missouri, but you were with Mike Alden at Mizzou and also at the New Mexico as well. So talk a little bit about how you got to Southern.
Well, sure thing. I started in the business in the very early '90s at the University of New Mexico. Stayed there for a while and actually worked with Coach Francione, who actually was the high school football coach of Jerry Kill.
That's right.
And Jerry was on his staff, so that was great to get to know him. But then moved to a school called Texas State. Stayed there for a while. They had a very successful 1AA football program. And then at University of Missouri for the last 8 years until I was fortunate enough to join Southern Illinois.
And you mentioned it's been a whirlwind since you've arrived, and you've barely really had a chance to sit down at your desk and absorb everything that's going on. But talk a little bit about the things that you are trying to do in your first 100 days, so to speak.
Well, I think, one of the things is obviously it's football season, and we really would like everybody to come to the ball games. We've got an odd schedule where we had a long gap between August 31st and September 30th. And I think that's kind of reflecting in some of the penalties you saw. We haven't played in 16 days.
Exactly.
But we want everybody to remember, whether you're in the area or you have to make a little bit of a drive, would love to see the folks come down over to McAndrew Stadium on September 30th. So we've had a big push there. But at the same time, we've got basketball that we're talking about. We sold an inordinate amount of season tickets on our tag day. So we're about to break that all-time sales record, just like we did with football on a season basis. So we're really pushing that, really pushing the Saluki Athletic Scholarship Fund, and also telling everybody, what Saluki Way is all about.
And Saluki Way down the road will be a huge boon for the university and the region, and the fact that it provides buildings for student services, for SIU students, and some athletic facilities.
Well, there's no doubt. It certainly is an athletic and an academic component. Talking about the athletic piece, the Board of Trustees was very had a great foresight in just this Thursday, approving that we can actually go out and seek architectural drawings, so that project will become a reality. And we're talking brand new tennis courts, a brand new football stadium, and retrofitting of the SIU arena.
That's fantastic. And with the hiring of the architects, is there a projected shovel in the ground that I know Dr. Wendler would like to do it tomorrow, but funding has to come first?
I've stopped Coach Kill and Coach Lowry for actually putting shovels in the ground, and Coach Eichenberg. But no, the reality is that hopefully the selected architect will take place in January of 2007. And then there's a long process with the general contractors and different things like that. But hopefully we'll see some earth being turned in the summer of 2008. Hopefully May, if not a little sooner, of 2008.
We are here playing football at Indiana, and along with the contract from this football game came a home-and-home series with basketball, and that's something that just isn't done every day.
Well, I think you have to recognize two things. Paul Kowalczyk, I think, did a great job of, I know there was some scheduling difficulties with this football game, and part of the reason why we had some days off, we made some accommodations. But what I really appreciate what Indiana has done, because quite frankly, there's a lot of folks in the BCS conferences that will not come to our arena and play us in basketball. You know, we're 66-3, so I think there's good reasons why folks don't want to come.
Absolutely.
But I think people are seeing that the Missouri Valley Conference has risen with the RPI, and the way we've done it is we've played some of those tough games, and some of the big boys who have the ability to maybe to buy some easier wins, the selection committee isn't counting that as much. So for Indiana to step out and do that, I think really has a lot of foresight for them. And I hope that we can get some more people to be able to do that, because quite frankly, when you play the Salukis, you're playing a team that's gone to 5 straight NCAA tournaments, that has 126 wins in 5 years, and a heck of a program.
Right. Last thought, how about this football game?
Well, you know, as we discussed earlier, I think, you have a 16-day layoff, and you're going to get some rust. That's why we've got a lot of penalties, but I'm really proud of, you have one starter back on defense. And to outgain a Big Ten team in their own home is phenomenal. I think you give Coach Kill and his staff 16 days to prepare. They're going to come up with a great game plan, and I think they have. And you also have to remember, Nick is a great athlete. This is really his only second college start. So a lot of these kids that we have, they're just getting their sea legs underneath them. So I'm very pleased, and I tell you what, we're right there. Hopefully we can have the scoreboard on the right side at the end of the ballgame.
I hope so. Thanks for joining us at halftime, Mario.
Thanks, Mike.
That's Mario Mocha, the athletic director at Southern Illinois University. It's 14-7. Indiana's in the lead over the Salukis. We'll have more halftime information for you right after these messages on MediaCom.
29 victories in 3 years, Coach. Southern Illinois has a 10th best record in Division I football.
You can't accomplish that without good student athletes and a lot of support, Ed. Membership in the SIU Alumni Association is also a great way to support Southern. I am a member, and I am asking all Saluki fans to join. Anyone can join.
That's right, Coach. Membership in the SIU Alumni Association is open to everyone. Join online at SIUalumni.com or call our office today.
World Grand Champion Barbecue is just down the street at 17th Street Bar and Grill on the Hill in Marion. If you love barbecue as much as we do, then 17th Street is the place. Come on in for our famous slow-cooked ribs, barbecue steaks, seafood, chicken, burgers, salads, and homemade desserts. You'll want to try everything. We have catering, too. Want it to go? Just call ahead and we'll have your food ready. Come on in. We're waiting for you.
At 17th Street Bar and Grill, things are really cooking.
Hitting the road. It's something the Glodich family has helped customers do since 1946. The family's key to local business success is to work hard, have a good product, and be fair to people. Banterra shares that belief. That's why Banterra's been the Glodich's bank for 60 years.
My dad's first bank book.
In fact, when it comes to financing our local businesses, Banterra is #1. Banterra, banking with local style.
710 Bookstore is your one stop for another great season of Saluki athletics. 710 Bookstore is a place for Saluki fans of all ages with a winning selection of sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, banners, bumper stickers, and more. A sea of maroon to choose from, enough to prove you're a #1 fan. 710 Bookstore has been a proud supporter of Saluki athletics for over 35 years and has the latest and officially licensed SIU and printed clothing. With plenty of free parking and convenient hours, 710 Bookstore is your place to load up on your Saluki maroon. At the game, on the strip, or online at 710.com.
We are back at Indiana, 14-7. The Hoosiers lead the Salukis 14-7. Indiana will get the second half kickoff as well. And Indiana scored the first two times it had the football in this game, but since then they've been shut out, and the Salukis were able to put a touchdown on the board with under a minute to go in the first half to get it to 14-7 as we are. Halftime show again is being brought to you by 17th Street Bar and Grill in Marion and Murfreesboro. Enjoy their world-famous barbecue at home. Call ahead and we'll have it ready, or let us cater your next party at 17th Street Bar and Grill. The first half went pretty much according to plan. Big start by Indiana. Southern came back to make it a ball game, and we think it'll be a great game in the second half. Let's look at how each team got on the board, and Southern got a huge, huge play from defensive back Craig Turner. Indiana was already leading 14-0, and if they hit on this play, it'd be a 21-0 game. But Craig Turner came out of nowhere. Great coverage to make the play. Then, late in the ball game, late in the first half rather, Nick Hill threads the needle to Braden Jones to bring the score to within 14-7. How did Indiana score? Well, it was a 66-yard drive, and it was Marcus Stigpin on the score to put them ahead 7-0. And then Kellen Lewis got his third touchdown pass of the year to Nick Polk on a 9-yard touchdown play. And the score is 14-7. There's the first half stats now being brought to you by the SIU Alumni Association. 214,000 SIU alumni worldwide proudly supporting Saluki Athletics. And Royal, look at these stats. Look at Southern Illinois. The total yardage is not there, but it's 166 to 108, but rushing 143 to 65. That's incredible.
I mean, right now, that's what Coach Jerry Kill wanted to do, come out and, have a good running game right now. That's what SIU's shown. They just had a few mistakes, a few penalties to put them down early.
Third down conversions, huge. We mentioned that if Southern could get Indiana in third down situations, that it favored Southern. Indiana has not converted a third down. Each team with a turnover. Southern huge in the time of possession. And first downs, the Salukis didn't get their first down until late in the first quarter. And now they're almost even with them at 9-8. They've done everything they can do to get back in this game.
Yeah, and I don't really know if I would really change much of anything if I was SIU right now, because mistakes and penalties right now is the key right now. So if they just, follow through and, correct those mistakes that they've made, they're still in this game.
No doubt about it. Indiana's going to get the ball to start the second half. Southern's going to need a good defensive stand to get the second half going. It's 14-7, Indiana over the Salukis. Back with the second half kickoff when we return on Mediacom after this.